So, the book starts off with WindClan deciding to eat rats and live in a sewer instead of facing ShadowClan. Cowards. Then we head back to Fireheart and Greystripe, who are guarding the camp in silence. Once their vigil ends and they sleep, Fireheart dreams basically what the prologue already told us. Fireheart tells Bluestar that Ravenpaw is actually chilling on Dr. Phil's ranch, and Tigerclaw is the antagonist of the series. But Bluestar's just like, nice to hear Ravenpaw's alive! Don't believe you about Tigerclaw, though. ShadowClan and RiverClan start dividing up WindClan territory like it's Monopoly property pieces. But Bluestar says WindClan needs to come back. So who does Bluestar decide should bring back WindClan? Senior warriors? Her deputy? Nope. Only two cats, and they've been warriors for like a day. Fireheart and Greystripe. Because plot. Anyway, they find WindClan and start the journey back to their territory. Fireheart carries a kit which is actually important for later. They stop at the barn and shelter there with Ravenpaw the fugitive and Barley the rat lover. Barkface, WindClan's medicine cat, gets a dream about an unnecessary death. They make it back to their territory, and One Whisker and Deadfoot escort Fireheart and Greystripe back to ThunderClan. They, very wisely, choose to take a shortcut through RiverClan territory. A RiverClan patrol attacks the very wise cats for trespassing, and Tigerclaw's patrol joins in the fight. Fireheart saves Sandpaw from going over the edge of the gorge, but a RiverClan cat fighting Greystripe, who's named Whiteclaw, isn't quite so lucky. So Whiteclaw was the unnecessary death from the prophecy, and Leopardfur, another RiverClan cat, blames Greystripe for his death. Bluestar welcomes them back by giving them both apprentices, despite them being the least experienced warriors in the clan. Fireheart mentors Cinderpaw, and Greystripe mentors Brackenpaw. When Fireheart and Cinderpaw explore the territory, they scare off a kitty pet. Fireheart later realizes this is his sister and decides he absolutely must see her again for some reason. He leaves Cinderpaw with Greystripe and finds his sister, who is pregante. Now he becomes obsessed with seeing her to the point that he's sneaking away on the daily and doubting his clan loyalty. On a hunting patrol later, Greystripe falls through the ice on the river and a pretty woman, or she-cat, named Silverstream saves him. Then Greystripe starts sneaking away to see Silverstream, so now two protagonists are questioning their loyalty. Fireheart catches them meeting and demands they stop because of the warrior code, making him a huge hypocrite. He tries to meet with Silverstream on her own, and she goes, "But Daddy, I love him!" Bluestar develops White Cough, then Stage 4 Green Cough, and Tigerclaw wants her to come meet him by the Thunderpath despite her serious illness. Cinderpaw offers to go, but they say no, but then she goes anyway because plot. Anyway, Fireheart finds her by the Thunderpath, her hind leg badly injured. Bluestar loses a life, meaning she has only one remaining. Surprisingly, Sandpaw is suddenly not a massive jerk to Fireheart like she used to be. Since the river is frozen, Bluestar organizes a patrol to cross it and attack RiverClan. But the river melts by the time they get there. See, Fireheart had offered to go so that Greystripe wouldn't have to fight Silverstream, but instead of feeling relieved, he freaking attacks Fireheart in front of everyone because he thinks Fireheart doesn't trust him. And no, he doesn't. Bluestar asks why they fought, but Fireheart keeps his mouth shut. Despite hating Greystripe and Silverstream's meetups, Fireheart visits Princess again, and this time she gives him her son to raise in ThunderClan. The clan is, understandably, not very receptive to this sudden addition to the clan, but Bluestar names him Cloudkit. Greystripe neglects his apprentice to meet Silverstream, and Fireheart tells his apprentice she can never be a warrior. Anyway, the gathering takes place and all the clan leaders accuse each other of trespassing, to the point that even StarClan goes, "Give me a break," and sends clouds to cover the moon, ending the gathering once and for all. They find bones that smell like ShadowClan, and Tigerclaw leads a patrol to attack them. But Yellowfang recognizes the smell of Broken Star and his rogues who proceed to attack the camp. ThunderClan fights back, and Greystripe kills Clawface to save Fireheart's life. ThunderClan wins the battle, and Broken Star stays in Yellowfang's den, blind as a bat. Yellowfang says, "Yeah, BTW, I birthed that monster," and they demote him to Broken Tail. Spotted Leaf visits Fireheart in a dream and warns him to beware of a warrior he cannot trust, which is obvious to everyone except Fireheart, that it's Tigerclaw she's talking about. WindClan gets attacked by both RiverClan and ShadowClan, so ThunderClan comes to save the day as always. Fireheart lets Silverstream go and tells Greystripe he'll always be his friend. Aww. The end.